Hi beautiful people, this is Lynda Gaiao. Today what I wanted to have a chat to you about is life force energy. Each one of us has our own unique signature, our own unique life force energy. For many people, it can almost be this sense of connecting to what is the truth of you, what is the core of you, what is the essence of you. And in human design, you have this map, this guiding tool that enables you through really simple strategies and tools to connect to that energy. Now, when we connect to that energy, we are able to be in divine resonance with the truth of who we are. But the problem is that for most of us, we have spent our entire lives gradually and in many circumstances completely disconnecting from this life force energy. Although it's possibly impossible to be totally disconnected, there could be enough conditioning, habits, behaviors, beliefs in the way of it that it almost feels as if you're disconnected. Now, when you first meet human design, it's almost a sense of you want to have someone tell you what to do and to get given all these answers. But in reality, how it actually works is that you need to figure out how it works for you. And anyone that's in human design, that's been in human design for a certain period of time, may be able to give you pointers or general things to look at, but they can never tell you how it will work for you. They can never say, this is what it is, because only through your own discovering are you able to truly see what it is, and no one else can do that for you. For most of us, we're in this world where people have these strategies or these 7 steps to getting somewhere, and sometimes it feels like it's really clear cut. I do X and then I do Y and then I do Z, and then we all get similar results. But this is not how it really works in human design, because someone may need these 7 steps and someone else may need 50 steps and someone else only may need 3. And until you're in the journey and you're on your way, there's no way of knowing how it will play out for you. So as you're stepping into a human design experiment, you're wanting to get to this place where your life force energy, your life force frequency is able to operate without your mind, without your conditioning, without all the mental stuff getting in the way of it. And it is this thing, your unique life force energy is the thing that speaks, that acts, that shows up before mind. So if you start thinking about something, or thinking about how it worked, or thinking about why it worked, or analyzing it, you've already stepped into the world of mind. You are already out of your frequency. So you want to get to this place where it's almost as if your life force energy is speaking on its own, moving on its own, doing its thing, and you are sitting back. You're sitting back, you're watching, you're trusting, and you're the observer of this life force energy moving through life in the way that it needs to move. So here's the challenge, right? Because our minds like to be in control. They actually fight to be in control. And they do not like to be a passenger. They do not like to sit back and watch. They want to be doing something. And so there can be this continuous battle between your mind and the witness. The mind wants to stay in front. The mind wants to be in control. So a lot of people, will ask questions like, well, how do I become more of a witness? How do I get to this place of awareness? And it really is a day-by-day, moment-by-moment practice where you gradually start to see things that were possibly always there, but you never saw them before. And there's not really needing to do anything with it. It's just a case of observing it. Now, in my own process, I found this actually to seem quite slow in some ways, but fast in other ways, because while you're caught up in your own experiment and you're doing it on a daily basis, it does feel really slow. It almost feels like there is no awareness and nothing is changing. Yet when some time has moved on, and you're able to have a conversation with somebody again after not seeing them for a while, or you meet up with certain people, this is where you'll see the expansion of your awareness. This is where you'll notice the level of awareness that you've come to. So the biggest piece of advice, I guess, that I could give anybody in this journey is to just really be present and to be really patient and to watch and see and notice and give yourself credit for just doing that. Even if nothing feels like it's changing in your life, and in actual fact, it may even feel like things are getting worse, because when your mind is in control, when you've been run like on this autopilot of the mind, there is so much conditioned behavior that for most of us, we don't actually realize how deep we are into this rabbit hole of the Maya, of the mind. And so in the beginning, as we start to pay attention and as we start to notice, it's like you're putting into the spotlight something that's just kind of, been running the show and you weren't aware of it at all. And as you put the spotlight on it, it freaks out. It seriously freaks out, and it almost feels like someone that's been caught in the act, and now they're trying to defend themselves, and they want to make sure that that you're not going to stop them from doing what they've been doing all this time. So it's almost like catching a criminal or someone that's been doing the wrong thing red-handed, and then they're going to try and convince you that they didn't do anything wrong and this is the way it's supposed to be, and you crazy if you think anything else is meant to be different. And wow, the stories that the mind can make up can be really terrifying, really angry, really frustrating, really bitter, all of these things. And you can almost feel like you're losing touch with the world, with life, with everything, like you slipping through the cracks. Yet as you start to pay more attention and pay more awareness, you'll notice that there's this energy that arises from within you, this core being, the truth of who you are, almost like the phoenix rising out of the ashes. Because this whole journey into human design is like literally putting into the fire, like burning down everything, all these structures, all these programs, all these beliefs, all these patterns and everything that have literally just been like the forefront running the life, and you're like, that's not me, that's not me, that's not me, and you're like destroying all of these things so that you can rise out of the ashes. And the energy of the truth of who you are is so palpable, and it feels really strong, it feels really centered, it feels really aligned. And this is when we know we are being the truth of who we are, when we're operating before mind, where our life force energy is moving us, where we trust that it knows exactly where we need to go, that that its primary goal is for our survival, for us to move through our destined path, through our life that we deserve. All we need to do is trust. And as soon as you find yourself lost in the mind, or in this fighting game with the mind, just become the observer, just become aware, just notice, just notice, just notice. I've had these periods over the last couple of weeks where my mind has been so consuming and so going, it almost feels like it goes crazy. And the initial like automated response is to do something with that, to do something about that, to turn it inwards as if there's something wrong with me, that I need to fix something, that I need to change something. And what I've been really trying to honor is to just sit with it and just to watch it and watch it and watch it, and as little as possible do anything about it. I'll say right up front that I'm totally guilty of still doing things, because it feels like desperation sometimes, like I should do something, that I must do something, that I'm obligated to do something. Yet every time I watch for a little bit longer and I just sit and be the observer for a bit longer, it's as if this angry beast that initially frightens the living daylights out of you to actually take some action, it starts to like fade off into the distance, and it has less power over me, less control to really move my body into action. And I can see that this journey is not going to be a quick one. You know, in fact, a deconditioning process in human design really takes 7 years. It takes 7 years to really dig into every cellular layer within your body and let go of all of the stuff that's been running your life on autopilot. And what you want to get to this place of just being the observer and the witness to this design aspect of you, this amazing life force frequency that you came onto this planet with at this time, that knows exactly what to do and where to go, and it's outside of conditioning, and it's not homogenized, and it's not what society expects you to do or what society says you should do. It's about living your truth and owning your truth. And so yes, it can be really, really scary, but yet extremely empowering at the same time. So one of the things to watch out for as well is, you know, what comes out of you before your mind has time to jump in and have an opinion about something or be critical about something. What is happening before mind? And what you want to get to is a place of awareness where you can see that and notice that, and notice when you've slipped into your mind and how mind is doing that, and just come back to this awareness. And just know that it's a journey and it's a process, and this element of truly trusting that your soul, your life force frequency, your life force energy knows the way. I think for most of us, that's a journey to get to that place of trust, because most of us haven't trusted that for most of our lives. So I welcome you to come and be in this journey if it is for you. If it's not, that's totally cool. I do guide people in human design. I have a way of feeling people's energy and being able to connect, to feel their life force and guide them to find that for themselves. So if you want to know more about what I do, feel free to contact me and we can take it from there. And if not, you know, your journey is your journey, your trip is your trip. And when you can just live your own journey, that is when you are on the correct path, the most healthiest path for you. Thank you, beautiful soul, for listening. My name is Lynda Gaiao. Bye.